Well, good afternoon, Duncan. Thank you very much indeed for joining us today for our event with location owners. It's great of you to be with us.
Thanks for having me.
Um, Duncan, I believe you're originally from a little town just not far from where we are speaking at the moment?
Yes, I grew up in Forgandenny, just near Bridge of Ireland, where I went to school before moving to Glasgow. Yeah.
And what are your memories of the Perthshire area?
Well, obviously, it's my I grew up there. My childhood, went to school, so yes, I loved it. But obviously, then I had to move through to Glasgow, and then went my formative education, university and stuff was at Glasgow, so I had to move there.
What did you study?
I studied law, actually, which is nothing to do with film per se, although with location management we deal a lot on contracts, so it's a little bit useful, yes.
Not to change the subject, I was speaking to Michael Keeler the other day, who's a director now, and he studied law as well. So it's clearly the required qualification in order to move on into film, I would say.
Well, yes, it can. It doesn't hurt, I don't think. Yeah.
How did you get into being a location manager?
Well, I actually, my first job was actually on Monitor the Glen, up in our Ardverky estate. I'd done various things for STV, working for free, etc. And then through contacts I'd made working for free, doing these smaller jobs, that I made the contact from Monitor the Glen, and I went up as a location runner and spent 6 months up in our Ardverky estate over a summer working, and then I just sort of got the bug and loved it. And then it sort of snowballed on from there, just one job after the next, and then 12 years later I'm still doing it. So
what are the challenges, would you say, of being a location manager?
Well, lots of different challenges. I mean, we are essentially, as a location manager, we're the sort of the mediators, the direct liaison between the film company and the location owners, and or the general public if we're filming, in streets, etc. It's a balance between our creative side as a film, as a film company, trying to make what we want to make, what we need to achieve, and also, balancing that off against, the practicalities of working in, in an estate or, in an open office building or wherever it might be that you're working.
What have been some of your career highlights so far?
My career highlights, I've been fortunate enough to work on a few big projects, and I've been fortunate enough to travel with those projects. The last big one I did was we did the opening sequence to Spectre, the last James Bond film. We were in Mexico City for 5 months. We were shutting down the city centre and having helicopters rolling around the square of Sokola Square, so it's very exciting.
I imagine you must have needed significant help from, I guess, the government or the city authorities.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we did get a lot of help from the authorities. Mexico City is the most densely populated city in North America, so you can imagine to shut down the city centre for 2 weeks was kind of unprecedented. So the help that we got from not just the city authorities, but from government level was essential to do such a thing.
What would be your advice we've got obviously location owners at the event today, what would be your advice to people who are interested in putting their property up as a location?
I would say that it could be a very exciting prospect to have film crews come in and utilise the beautiful estates, and I think it can be very rewarding both financially and also it's an experience that can be hugely rewarding and enjoyable for both the film crew and for the estates.
Do you think estates need to make very special provision once a film crew is at their door?
I think if it's managed properly, then lots of things are achievable. I mean, I know personally, having worked in many states in Scotland and in England, the parameters of work in the state, depending on what state, there's hunting seasons, there's various other things. As soon as the dialogue is started between the production via the location management team and the estate, then most things can be achievable.
And presumably if location owners are interested in getting their information in front of you, if they can send stuff to me and I can forward it on to you for your files.
Absolutely, yeah. It's always useful. I mean, I've personally my resource tool. I have a hard drive with about 3 terabytes full of pictures on it of the various places that I've scouted throughout the years. And that's a great resource tool that I can sort of reference back to. You know, how it generally works is we would take a script, break it down. We would take reference pictures from, you know, from my personal photographs, or from the internet, or from books, or from which other resources we can pull them from. And then at that point, we would then, you know, narrow it down to a short list, and then we'd look to come and visit some of the estates, and then start the dialogue as well, just to see, you know, what it is we want to try and achieve creatively, and then how the parameters that we would have to work to in a working estate, or you know, whatever it is, location is that you're doing.
And I mean, what you're currently working on at the moment, I'm guessing it doesn't involve mansions and estates, or does it? Are we allowed to ask?
Well, it does actually. It's I'm working on the reboot of The Mummy for Universal Studios. So it's the Brendan Fraser original Mummy franchise. They're rebooting it and taking it back to its gothic roots. And we have Tom Cruise starring in it at the moment. So I'm actually on location in Oxford at the moment. We've been in some of the lovely colleges there, and we've been filming there for 3 nights now.
Well, I know what an achievement it is to be working with any of the universities. So I know you're not allowed to say that, but I do know how difficult it can be. Finally, just to say thank you very much, and I hope that you might bring a project to Scotland again soon, or one of these days. Is that a possibility?
Absolutely. Well, we're always looking to try and come up to Scotland, especially you know, not only for the beautiful landscape, the sort of countryside, but the parameters are now changing because filming is so busy in London at the moment. The streets are almost becoming saturated with filming. So and to achieve some of the complex car chases and various other things, we've been looking recently to come up to places like Glasgow and Perth and Dundee, and try and replicate London in a city that's less saturated with filming, that, you know, that things could be more achievable.
Well, you'll be assured of a warm welcome. I guarantee it. Look, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you today. Thank you so much for your time. I know how busy you are. So thank you again, Duncan, and speak to you again soon, I hope.
Yeah, pleasure. Thank you very much.